you can believe it.
And now on NBC's Saturday Night at the Movies, Kiss meets the Phantom.
Hi everyone, welcome to a very special movie nights. I'm going to be doing this with my Quantum Leap podcast co-hosts.
Hi, I'm Chris DeFilippis. Nice to be on video on the infamous movie nights. I've arrived. Here I am. Hi. I am now officially the shit.
I'm Matt Dale, and I'm very excited to be on camera as well. This is going on the YouTube, right?
Yeah, on the YouTubes, with
yes.
all of the kids clicking on their apps.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Amazing.
What?
Maybe even on the Twitters.
I think we finally found a way to get them to turn off your show, Allison. Sorry about that.
Oh no!
I don't believe it! Believe it? Yes, you can believe it.
So just a quick overview for people. The Quantum Leap podcast, I've been doing this with Matt and Chris for a little while now, and we talk about different episodes of Quantum Leap, obviously, and we were inspired by the episode Glitter Rock, truly an iconic Quantum Leap episode. And so as part of our Patreon goals, we decided to do a special thing on a very Kiss thing called Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
They all lose their heads over you, Paul.
Matt, as the British, I think you'd be the funniest one to describe just what the hell we watched.
I have no idea. Not only am I the British, I'm also the not Kiss fan at all. And there's plenty of Kiss fans in Britain, so you know I'm really letting the side down here by coming into this with no experience whatsoever. Yeah, I just watched it and I have no idea. I'm really excited to talk to you guys in the hopes that you can explain to me anything. Why? just why?
Well, I can tell you the why, but I don't know if it really explains much. But
This is unreal. It's all unreal.
Chris, you have professed that you are a Kiss fan, or at least a former Kiss fan. So, can you describe the plot of this movie? What's going on here?
Was there a plot to this movie? I don't... From what I could tell, it was sort of a lot of walking. From all appearances, Kiss was on some kind of county park circuit, even though they're like the biggest rock band in the planet. Apparently, this amusement park was gearing up forever for a Kiss concert.
That opening concert tonight is going to put us on the map once and for all.
Tonight is our opening night of the Kiss concerts. Kiss is in concert, starting tonight for 3 great nights. Remember, Kiss tonight. Kiss.
There is the amusement park owner and the amusement park creator.
Mm-hmm.
He built this park, and I run it.
And he's a tortured genius, and he doesn't want Kiss in his park.
For one night.
3 great nights.
I think it turned out to be like 2 nights, didn't it?
3 great nights.
They're overshadowing his robots. He wants his robots to shine, and that damn Kiss concert's happening.
What happened to the Freddy the Fox and the Alan for Walrus exhibit? Who took them down and put up that grotesque Kiss cutout?
You're the one that's bringing this rock and roll into my park. You're the one that's siphoning off my fun.
That's it, yeah. He created these sophisticated animatronic robots. Actually, they were androids to act like animatronic robots. And he didn't want Kiss to steal their thunder.
King Thunder.
So he stole Kiss and replaced them with robots to play very badly.
Now, And I've got to say, as the guy that knows nothing about Kiss and the characters created around them, I genuinely wasn't sure at first whether it was the robot doubles or not. When after they first appeared, and they were sitting around talking, and I was like, is this actually what Kiss are like? Or is that one guy's got laser vision? Is that one of the robot superpowers?
Yeah, I'd seen this before, and I was confused. I was like, wait, is it already the robots? And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. They have stupid powers for some reason. Okay, so here's what happened with this TV movie here. In 1978, Kiss was at the height of their popularity. Their creative manager decided there's nowhere to go. You can't go up. You've done all that you can do with these concerts. So the next step is to make them superheroes. And they were like, yes, this sounds like a good idea. So they created Kiss Comics, which made them into superheroes, and they made plans to do this movie, which was sort of tied into the same idea. And so they created Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, which was produced by Hanna-Barbera. And it makes so much sense when you know that, because it's so Scooby-Doo, it's painful.
It's Scooby-Doo the movie, it's amazing.
Kid stuff.
Just to go back to something you said, Allison, did they all have superpowers? Because I thought for this recording I should probably get a good idea of the character names. So I listed the character names as I understand them here. And the characters I have are the one with the tongue, the one who growls, the one with laser eyes, and the other one.
I'm the worst person to ask. I think Chris is the only one who would know the names of the members of Kiss.
Your fire signs worry too much.
The members of Kiss are Paul Stanley. He's the one with the star. I think they called him Star Power or Star Child.
Star Child!
Then there's Ace Frehley. He's the one that could apparently teleport. He's the one with the silver lightning on his face.
He's the one who had a black stunt double that acted for him in some scenes, because he would just fuck off.
So much for my solo.
The Catman, I guess they called him Catman. I don't know, but that's Peter Criss. He's the drummer. And
meow.
Meow, and every bad cat pun you can think of.
And if I must say so myself, you look perfect.
Let's stop this pussyfooting around.
Gene's clean.
A pussycat. Almost.
Especially what Melissa said about that Abner cat.
Let's find that cat, man.
This Devereaux cat has the whole world wired.
Not this cat.
As a cat owner, Allison, were you offended?
No, not at all. I love the cat one. That's my favorite member of Kiss.
Well, that's Peter Criss. He's the drummer. And then, of course, you have Gene Simmons, who is still basically Kiss embodied. He still carries the Kiss flag everywhere he goes, and he played Demon. I guess that's his character, and he can apparently breathe fire.
I don't believe it!
77, 78, Kiss was everywhere. I was 7 years old, 8 years old, and they were on the tips of everybody's tongue.
They even gave themselves a name. They called themselves the Kiss Army.
My brother was a huge Kiss fan. It was at the point where I was at like a grade school assembly, and I won a puzzle that's the cover of Kiss's Love Gun. Now, if you've seen the cover of Love Gun, it's just Kiss on a stage with these women groveling at their feet in suggestive outfits. Lots of cleavage. It was really not appropriate for a grade school giveaway, but I was strangely attracted to it. I didn't know why then. I know why now.
They all lose their heads over you, Paul.
I don't know if I saw this or if I did. I was so young, I don't remember it, because this aired on TV. So if it wasn't on in the house, there was no way I was going to see it. There was no video. There was no way to see it again. I really had no memory of this. So maybe I hadn't seen it, and I'd heard so much about it. I conflated seeing it with just hearing about it. But anyway, when I saw that they had superpowers, I was like, what? What in the actual fuck is going on?
They have like talismans and stuff.
I'd heard about your talisman, but I didn't think they really existed.
It's a cosmic force field which protects our talisman.
Too bad everybody doesn't have a talisman.
What ripped up our talisman?
Someone who wants power.
Pretty mystical.
One of them it zooms in on their eye, and then it makes him hear better? Like, it's very confusing.
His powers included telepathy, because he could speak to the girl in her mind.
Right.
Somehow looking in, like zoning in with his eye, and then being able to eavesdrop. So he had like eavesdrop vision. And then at the very end, there was one more that he did. What was it? That's what editing's for. There we go. It was just so dumb.
That's why I asked, did they all have superpowers? Because I just saw the one with the superpower, and yeah, the other guy had the superhuman tongue, which less said about that the better, but I'm not really sure that's a superpower.
You stick your tongue out as far as you can and you wiggle it.
It kind of seemed like they all just had lasers, and then Gene Simmons could breathe fire.
And Gene Simmons, yeah, he could just apparently growl. That's how I had this movie cataloged, growling and walking, because that's pretty much 90% of the runtime.
And there's a 25-minute fight sequence in the final third.
Yeah, they gotta fight the evil Robo-Kiss on stage. The weirdest part about this is that, okay, so this evil robot man is like, damn you, Kiss. I will take you down. Wait, I wrote down the exact quote, because it was really, really funny to me.
This little go-round may be more to your liking, Kiss. Come ahead, Kiss. Your ride is about over, Kiss. I will destroy you. All of you. And you, Kiss, will be my instrument.
I will destroy you, all of you, and you, Kiss, will be my instrument.
Armageddon is coming to this park tonight.
Robot Kiss goes and performs a concert, but they sound just like normal Kiss. So what are they trying to say about Kiss here?
You know, it was very funny because you were waiting like, what's the evil plan? What's the evil plan? Why is Kiss going on stage? What, you know, I thought he went through all this trouble to get them out of the picture, and all of a sudden they're going on stage, and I guess it was to be a bad version of Kiss and ruin their reputation and their music cred, but they sounded just like Kiss.
You'll never pass them off as us on stage.
But I will. Let me assure you, only your lyrics have been slightly altered.
In what way?
My way.
Rip and destroy!
Get off the stage! What are you guys doing?
You think that's the part that doesn't make sense? This guy is a genius android maker. He has not made a sex bot anywhere. There isn't a Furrow sex bot off in the corner.
Well, you don't know what he's doing with Kiss. He seems to have a very preoccupation with them. You don't know what he does in the after hours.
I don't believe it!
But the way we get introduced to his special skills is because of his android barbershop quartet.
What has she got that the others have not? It must be that look in her eyes.
See, I think that they did that so they could establish that the robots could sing. So I think that was very important to the plot, you know. Otherwise, it wouldn't have made any sense.
Chekhov's gun. Okay, good.
Before he's obsessed with Kiss, he's just mad that the theme park owner. This is Six Flags, by the way. This is a big ad for Six Flags. They have Magic Mountain, big ad for them.
In a short time, the only laughter in my park will be that of the gods.
He's obsessed with his robots that he has created for them, and they're doing this Kiss concert to make up for this lost money because his robots are kind of fucking up all the time. And he's so mad that he's capturing these like Six Flags biker bullies.
Just who are you anyway, old man?
Looky, we got here some acrobats.
Think I'm in love.
They're like a bunch of punks running around, and then like he captures them and uses his mind control to turn them also into attractions, which people think are also robots.
I was disappointed they didn't last longer. I was enjoying the first 10 minutes of the film. It's like everyone is a villain.
Just imagine them going around Six Flags like, oh yeah, gonna start a lot of trouble and make fun of these stupid kids and these robots, yeah.
Chopper makes his own fun.
We make our fun the way we want. Get it?
Just remember who you come with, Chopper. Chopper and Slime don't hurt nobody unless they want to. Chopper don't hurt nobody unless he wants to.
Here's where Chopper shows it all. You're not allowed to smoke in here.
I didn't know anything about this film. I didn't know there were going to be robots in it. I thought those punks were going to be like the villains of the film, and Kiss were going to have some kind of clash with them at the end. I was disappointed by that.
The true villain was hubris.
Yeah.
On Kiss's part and the Robot Man.
Robot Man, whose name was Devereaux. At least have some respect. He's no longer with us.
I'm going to have to let you go. You will regret this day.
The best thing about Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, the thing that amuses me more than the movie itself is that Kiss hates Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Yes, I read that.
Yeah, apparently, like, there was a rule for a long time, for like years after this, that no one that worked for them could mention this movie in their presence. They hated it so much.
Well, I mean, they went for the cash grab, obviously, and they were looking, as you said, for a way to expand their brand. Because at this point, it wasn't about the music anymore. It was about the brand and the gimmick. And
but they were at their height. This is something you would expect from a band whose star is falling, but they were doing so well.
Have you seen Spice World, the movie? They were at their height then.
And that was a far superior film.
Spice World. I mean, that's gonna be the quote for this episode.
I love Spice World, the movie, but in the same way that I now love this.
I think that you have to think of the media landscape at the time. For them to get what I guess this had to be like a TV movie of the week.
This movie was big. It cost $2 to $3 million, which was huge for a TV movie in the late 70s.
Right, and you have at least guaranteed a third of the country watching you. So this is an immediate environment where no matter how shitty the movie is, if you can get a movie on primetime television, you're going to increase your audience share significantly amongst people who maybe don't have access to Kiss, or for some reason, even though they're at the height of their popularity, don't really know who they are. So I can understand why they did it. And also, again, Gene Simmons is like the preeminent businessman when it comes to the brand. And that's all he cares about, is keeping that Kiss Army entertained and selling them all the shit he can. So this was the first foray into that, because it was this and comic books. And the other big thing when I was a little kid was the Kiss comic book. Everybody said, oh, the red ink, they put their blood in the red ink. Kiss blood is in these comic books. There was already sort of like this mystique, this mythology built around the band. And I think they were just trying to capitalize on that any way they could, despite the quality, lack of quality of the vehicle.
It was not the movie that they thought it was going to be. That's what they were pissed off about. I don't think any of them envisioned this. According to the IMDb trivia, the way that this movie was pitched to them was Hard Day's Night meets Star Wars. And I can see exactly what it's supposed to be, but it's a two great tastes that go bad together. It's insane. This movie is insane. And I think, it's not helped by the fact that Kiss can't act.
Can't act? Oh my god.
No, they're not in it very much at all, and when they are, not great.
Sam's still in the park. Behind, mates, the ownership approaches.
I me bucko with his scurvy crew steaming close behind, and I do mean steaming. Gene's brother was an only child.
Easy, Catman, they are serious.
And they've got guns. If they fall into the wrong hands.
There are no right hands except ours. We must protect the power.
There's a couple weird scenes where, first of all, I don't really understand, Kiss is this, the band Kiss canonically in this and in real life at their height of their popularity. So even if it was just the band Kiss, I don't understand why they're spending their time the way that they do. But they have superpowers. So it's super-powered band that's super popular, taking the world by storm. They hang out by a pool a lot,
yeah,
like
in full makeup.
Yeah, on their full makeup. They don't go in the pool. They just hang out in these like lifeguard chairs in their full makeup.
Maybe they're taking a swim.
Rock and rollers don't bathe.
Strumming their guitars with the random lady. She's like, "Can you help me find my boyfriend or brother or whoever she was looking for?" I completely missed what he was to her.
Well, we're planning to get married, and he really needs this job.
Her boyfriend?
Yeah,
yes.
I missed that as well.
Yeah, I just remember his name was Sam. I guess that ties into the Quantum Leap connection.
Sam!
Sam!
All wrongs will be righted tonight.
Matt, this must have seemed very, very, very baffling to you. You had no context to this other than we said, let's watch this.
Yeah, so like I say, literally, it got to about 10 minutes in, and there's this kind of computer room that appears with all these flashing lights, and I'm thinking, oh, there's going to be a sci-fi plot. How exciting! and then the barbershop quartet shows up, and the fairground rides start going really fast, and it's, when
it starts out and they're like flying through the credits on a ride for some reason.
Yes, and that was the thing. Halfway through, they finally appear. I'm like, Kiss have superpowers? What? This I was not expecting. So, no, the one thing that suddenly all fell into place for me throughout this film was, that's where Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey got the plot from. Suddenly, another film made a lot more sense.
You're an old school Doctor Who fan, and this seems silly to you?
Yes.
I could see this being in some old school Doctor Who, to be honest.
Yeah, the old school Doctor Who has an internal consistency that this film lacked.
I don't believe it!
This movie was super rush. They were rewriting the script as they went.
Yeah.
Kiss was given their lines as they were standing there waiting to shoot. Like, they had no idea how the movie would end. And in fact, there are multiple endings to this, which I think just changes the song. I think that's about it. But this, in some countries, this was theatrical, and they had different endings, which is baffling to me.
Uh-oh, there's Mr. Devereaux. There's a lot of really strange things going on in the workshop. I better check in. I'll meet you at the snack bar in an hour, sweetheart. There's something going on here I don't understand. I'll give it a quick look. And I'll meet you back here in an hour.
Hurry back.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is our opening night of the Kiss concerts.
Oh, no. Nate, please, you got to do something. That's the wrong group. Oh, no.
'Cause you're the kind of sugar pop of life. And when you do it, it drives me. Yeah! 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 Yeah!
It all feels very improv.
My favorite line was when, I think it was Peter Criss said, "Oh, it looked like we're going to have to ad-lib."
You better ad-lib it from here on.
And I was like,
Yeah.
What have you been doing up until this point? And yet this was a freaking TV movie of the week. How did that happen?
I think they just had low standards back then. I think you had like a few channels, and I mean the Hanna-Barbera-ness of this, it gives it that weird live-action cartoon quality, especially because they add the cartoon music over the fights that they have. It's really hampered because it has 70s TV movie pacing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say it's like a living cartoon, you think it's going to be like a lot more crazy than it is. But like you said, Chris, a lot of walking around.
You know who deserves an Emmy for this film? The editor deserves a fucking Emmy.
You know, it could have used some more editing, but I think maybe that is perhaps my modern tastes coming through. I don't know, maybe people were a little more patient back then. I've been on record saying that the 70s is one of my least favorite eras of film because everything's very yellow, and I think everyone was very depressed because of Vietnam, so it just it's just depressing at times.
Oh man.
I don't believe it!
Well, I think a TV movie of the week that was basically, like you said, a live-action cartoon should have gone for a little bit more, I don't know, activity or something.
They just act like aliens through the whole thing. It's weird.
No gratitude need be voiced. Your mind speaks to us.
You're looking for someone, but it's not Kiss.
Who is it? Ace Frehley is the one that just says "ack" a lot of the time.
So is he the one that can teleport? This is my favorite. Wah.
When they were developing this, the writer or writers, I forget if there was more than one, probably.
There was a writer?
Apparently there was. They spent time with each of the members of KISS to figure out what their characters were to bring it out. And apparently Ace Frehley would just he just said "ack" all the time. He was just fucking with them, and that's all he would say. So in the first draft of the script, that's all he was written, was "ack," and he got mad because he had no lines. Like, what do you think's gonna happen, man?
Well, now I feel really bad that there were people that sat down with Kiss and got to know their characters so they could bring them to the fore, and I summarised one of them as the other one. I feel a little guilty now.
They had acting classes for this. Like, they took the time to try and learn. So, like,
they need their money back.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like they were half-assing it a little bit, but they put some time into this and some money, clearly, and this was the end product.
I mean, a little bit? Half-assing it a little bit. I think this is the definition of half-assing it. It's just so bad. And it smacks to me of a band that is just so up there that they think they can do no wrong. So they just show up, dick around, get a paycheck, and expect it to go out to their legion of fans who are going to automatically love it. And, in that age, it's just like, and it's going to be on once and no one's ever going to see it again. And that'll be that.
Lame, old man. I mean, really lame.
I feel like they've gained a sense of humor about this since then.
Oh, no, Gene Simmons has no sense of humor. None. Absolutely none. He is the most dour... Gene Simmons. I'm sorry, Demon. Fire-breathing Demon.
Demon.
Yeah.
So, I don't know who you're talking about. Demon?
You are addressing me, Demon?
It's gained kind of a cult status since then, and I think, that's the best thing you can hope for with a movie like this.
He created Kiss to destroy Kiss, and he lost.
I almost forgot about this, but I have to bring it up. What the fuck happened at the end?
How did he age? Like, what?
What?
They turn the chair around and it's just like, he defeated himself, and all of a sudden he's old?
Yeah, what? It was almost like their ending, like, he created Kiss to defeat Kiss, and he lost. Was almost their, 'twas beauty defeated the beast, or whatever.
But why was he old?
Yeah. It doesn't matter because it's a beautiful line and it's just a moment. Don't overthink it.
I had to read the Wikipedia description of what happened in the movie, and it was he's in a catatonic state, revealing him seemingly as the Phantom of the Park. Did it? Is that what happened? Is he the why was he catatonic? I had to rewind a couple times. I'm like, did I miss a line? What the hell happened? Did he take a cyanide capsule? What happened to the guy?
I thought maybe he offed himself, but maybe he could not deal with the power of the talismans. And they drained him of his life force, and that's why he was haggard and old at the end, like something out of Indiana Jones. I don't know.
See, Allison, it was all spelled out for you. I don't know what your problem is.
I don't believe it!
It smacked to me of something that, it was originally supposed to end with the concert, and they're like, wait, what the fuck happened with the villain? And then they filmed that real quick.
They started playing Rock and Roll All Night again, and I thought, okay, that's going to ride the movie out. And then all of a sudden you go back to the girlfriend screaming, "Where's Sam? Where's Sam?"
Wait, what?
Apparently you can rescue Sam by taking a teeny bit of tech right off the side of his neck. I mean, so this guy's, he's even better than an android maker because he can control people somehow neurologically with these tiny bits of tech. He almost looked like 7 of 9.
This was clearly what Star Trek was inspired by.
Yes, clearly. highly illogical.
Lame, old man. I mean, really lame.
When is Kiss going to be added to the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I'm just curious.
Well, there is spread. They were in Howard the Duck. That was their first comic book. So
were they in Howard the Duck?
Their first 2 comic books are Kiss in the Howard the Duck. I don't know if Howard the Duck at that point was just a couple of Howard stories and then maybe some other stories grouped in. So Marvel and Kiss, they are in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, but they're not in the cinematic universe.
No, not yet. Not yet.
But they're canon now. All these people, superhero stuff is big now. This video is gonna cash in on all that Marvel Disney money. Yeah, Disney superheroes Kiss canon.
Demand it now. MCU Phase 5. I want to see Starchild or Star Eye or
Starchild
and the cat and what was Ace's name?
And the other one. Don't forget the other one.
By the way, I just gotta point out on the cover, it's just Gene Simmons and the Catman. There's no other members of Kiss. It's just them.
It's just Gene and Paul, huh?
Why?
Not Paul.
Why
Chris.
is it only
Peter
2?
Chris.
I don't understand.
Maybe
I don't understand.
Maybe they couldn't afford to get Paul and Ace on there. I don't know. They wouldn't sell their likenesses. Who's on the back? Maybe they're on the back.
No, it's just Gene Simmons kicking a monkey. It's just one of those stupid monkeys that they fight.
As he does.
As you do.
The most important scene in the movie. We've done a lot of dunking on this, but did either of you like this movie? What were your feelings about this?
I thought it was really fun. I'm genuinely going to watch this like once a year with a couple of glasses of wine next time.
Once a year?
I was sober watching this because I was making notes, and that I think was a mistake. But you know, I might open a whiskey and just sit back and relax and enjoy as an anniversary treat. This time next year we'll be back. Well, I will be anyway.
We'll just review it every year.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really fun in an awful way.
I said you'll have fun, and I won't disappoint you.
I have to admit, when it first came on and Rock and Roll All Night was the theme for it to begin with, I got a real rush of nostalgia and I actually had a giant smile on my face because I remember playing Rock and Roll Over in our bedroom on our turntable over and over and over again. Like I said, they were huge and we had their albums. So when I heard that, it brought a smile to my face, even though this, like now, I have almost no use for Kiss's music. I think they are mediocre at best, and I'm thinking, what is the Talisman? What powers do the Talisman have? Do they give people the ability to be mediocre musicians? I don't understand why they were there, but on the whole, I'm glad we watched it. It is a fun movie. Matt's not wrong. It's so bad. I don't know that it's so bad that it's good, but it's so bad that you can't look away. That's for sure.
I thought it was really funny. The pacing is an issue, so it feels very long. But if you're like hanging out with friends and you just want to dunk on this movie, I thought like it was a good experience. I watched it with a friend and like it was a fun time.
I don't think I'll be able to find a friend who'd be willing to watch this with me.
No one to watch Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Parkway.
You have two.
Yeah, and if they were my friends, they wouldn't be for long afterwards.
I don't believe it!
Would either of you recommend this to anyone?
Yes.
Yes. Unabashedly, yes. Just watch it and have a hoot. It is so awful. It's like watching a train wreck. And especially if you're a fan of like the first season of Super Friends, the old Saturday morning cartoon, this fits right into that wheelhouse. It's like the Wendy and Marvin and Wonder Dog era of Super Friends. It's just perfect if you want to have a laugh.
Yeah, I think if you want a film that you're going to be that you're going to see as genuinely high quality and just relax and enjoy the entertainment, this is not for you. But if you enjoy the making of films and particularly how not to make a film, this is just a great 90 minutes of your life that is well worth it.
This is a cheesy lesson in hubris. I think it is wonderful to look into the whole behind the scenes. It's just a great, crazy time. So if you go into that knowing all the backstory of it and you enjoy cheesy movies, this one's going to be right up your alley. So check it out, everyone. And thanks for joining me, Matt and Chris.
Well, thank you. Hey,
thanks for inviting us.
We had a blast.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right.
I gotta tell you, this makes Glitter Rock look like a fucking masterpiece.
I wish in Glitter Rock, King Thunder had superpowers. Wouldn't that have made it...
That's the super cut we need.
Imagine if Sam with the laser eyes...